Good morning and welcome to Fulton County Library System's streaming Let's Move in Libraries Storytime and Movement. Welcome. Thank you for joining us again and happy Monday. I'm so glad you all took time to log in with us this morning and we're excited to have you yet another week. Let's remember, it's summer reading and imagine your story. That is our theme this year. So please make sure you're documenting everything that you are reading, everything that you engage with us with story time each week. Jot those items down because that's very important that you're recognized at the end of the summer. Also, our Beanstack. Beanstack is where you record your books. fultoncounty.beanstack.org. Very important for you to get those books written down or documented so you can be recognized. And the summer reading program is not just for children. It's for adults and parents too. So please document the books that you're reading, especially with our adult book break on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Again, welcome to Streaming Storytime, Let's Move in Libraries, Exercise and Movement. We're so happy you took time to engage with us. Let's give a few more friends time to log on and stretch their muscles so they can be comfortable as we sit down and listen and focus on literacy and movement. Again, my name is Michelle Bennett, and we're going to engage with 3 books today. The 3 books that I selected are Bounce. Bounce is by Doreen, Cronin, and Menchin. Stretch by Doreen, Cronin, and Menchin. And Groovy Joe, Ice Cream and Dinosaurs. And this is by Litwin. I'm so happy that you're here with us. Get comfy. Get on a comfy couch or a comfy space so we can listen and hopefully you'll be able to help me with these books that we're reading together this morning. The first book is entitled Stretch. We see a nice doggy on the cover here. It looks like he's stretching, preparing for exercise. Let's see. And we have a few friends with us. And also, I see Chloe, I see Khalil, I see Eddie. They're here. I see Derek. So let's make sure, I want to see everyone. Make sure you tell us who you are and how old you are as well. Because this is a big deal that we're here together this morning. Stretch by Doreen Cronin. Stretch, I have my exercise band just like Stretch. Some of you may have some at home too. But again, our stretching is very important part of our physical health and wellness with our Let's Move in Library Storytime and Movement. So let's see what stretch is about. Stretch. We see our doggy right here doing a back bend. Can you all do that? On a carpet. Nice. His back. Look at him. Stretch. Stretch with me. Hands in the air. Count to 3. Let's try it. Everyone reach it up. Count to 3. Let's count. 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Stretch and hold it right there. Did all of you all stretch it up and count to 3? Let's try that again. Stretch it up. 1, 2, and 3. Look at the doggy right there. He's in crisscross applesauce with his arms stretched high in the air. Stretch high for a snack in the trees. And we see the giraffe, his long neck, reaching high and helping our doggy there stretch high in the trees. And I see Sharonda is online as well with Spencer and Samaya. Good morning. Stretch out wide. Can everyone stretch out wide? Like you're a bird in the fly or even an airplane. Stretch it out wide. Parents, you stretch too because it's still the morning time. Stretch. Can you stretch to the ceiling? Can you stretch to the floor? How's that? Can you stretch with a whisper? Or can you stretch with a roar? I can stretch underwater. I can stretch on a wave. I can stretch a surfboard if I'm very, very brave. How do you think you all stretch in the water when you're swimming, right? Let's swim. Stretch, stretch, stroke. Very good. And this is going to be a nice hot summer where we can really stretch out in the pool. Some will stretch to show you their feathers. Look at the peacock right there with those nice, pretty feathers. And some will stretch to show you spots, like the cheetah that we see right here. A stretch that goes a stretch too far might tie you up in knots. We see our little kitty cat on the floor right here that's got all tangled up in knots when he was stretching. And he's stretching too. He's stretched right on his back, stretching his arms and legs. Very good. A yawn is a stretch that starts deep down inside. Can everyone yawn? That's a stretch too. I know we may not have thought of it as a stretch, but it is. But yawn, your yawn, when you yawn, that stretches and starts deep down inside, stretching your lungs. It travels up into your mouth and makes it open wide. What kind of animal do we see right here? Looks like a nice big whale. Awesome. If I were an inchworm, I'd stretch from place to place. And I say, who can tell me right here? What is this statue that we see right here? Yes, I see the it's the Statue of Liberty. And on this page here, we see the Eiffel Tower. Very, very good. And those are both stretched very high in the sky, just like we did in the beginning of our story when we stretched our arms. If I were an astronaut, I'd stretch out into outer space. Look at our doggy right there, stretched out as he's floating around in outer space. I stretch my lungs to take a breath, then blow it out, nice and slow. The bubble will stretch and stretch and stretch, and until there's no room left to grow. And all of a sudden, pop, the bubble popped because there was no more room to blow and grow. If you stretch with me, I stretch with you. Can everyone stretch towards me? We stretch towards each other. Very good. Stretch. Yes. We'll stretch twice as far. Who knows what we can do? When we stretch together, we can do things bigger and better together because they're working as a team. They're stretching together. Very good. And the title of this book that we just read is Stretch by Doreen, Cronin, and Scott Menchin. Thank you so much. Again, make sure you get that book down for your summer reading log. With Beanstack, we want to ensure that everything that you are reading is documented and that you're recognized for being engaged with literacy all summer long. That's a big, big deal. Our next book that we'll read together is Bounce. Bounce is by Doreen, Cronin, and Scott Menchin as well. And let's see if we have any more friends online with us this morning. Give me just a moment because I want to recognize everyone. Hey, Mason. I see Mason is here. Gregory and Brendan is here. Let's see. I see Keisha and Solomon. Thank you so much. Shari and Christopher, thank you so much. And I hope you guys stretch this morning. Yes. And let's check out Bounce. Now our little doggy is bouncing around. And this book is by the same author, Doreen, Cronin, and Scott Menchin. Bounce. He's bouncing on a ball, it looks like, doesn't it? Very good. Let's see what he has going on. Come on, let's bounce like a bunny. Hippity hop. Can you all bounce like a bunny? Bouncing around, hippity hop, hippity hop. hip hop, and here's our bunny right here, jumping along, bouncing along. Let's bounce like a frog. Kerplop, kerplop, kerplop. Can you all get down low? Can you get down low and bounce around like a froggy? I know you can do it. I'll bounce to the left, you'll bounce to the right. Bees bounce in daytime and bats in the night. You can bounce a ball right off your hands or bounce it off of your toes. I can bounce a beach ball on the tip of my nose, can you? If you bounce into a puddle, it's best to bounce in boots, in rain boots. How many of you have rain boots out here? If you must bounce in the market, it's best not to bounce in the fruit. Bouncing with your best friend is called a bouncing double. Bouncing on the couch is what might be called big trouble. It's hard to bounce on skates, but it's fun to bounce on poles. If hippos bounce from place to place, imagine all of those holes. How do you think the hippo made all of those holes there? Yes, because they are so heavy. They're very, very large animals. Awesome. If bouncing in the sun gets too hot, bounce back into the shade. And look at our little doggy there. He went into the kangaroo's pocket like a little Joey. And we know a Joey is a baby kangaroo. However, we don't have a baby kangaroo right there. We have our little doggy who decided to get into the pocket because he was too hot from bouncing around. If bouncing makes you thirsty, bounce yourself to some lemonade. That will always cool you off. And the bounce can turn into a bump, and a bump into a fall. Wow. But it's better to have bounced and bumped than never to have bounced at all. And look at our friend here. He's covered in Band-Aids because he's bounced around all over the place and fallen. And I have my bouncy balls right here too. I have another ball here. Let's see if my little doggy comes out because this is one of his toys. So let's see if that gets his attention. It may or may not. And that's okay. You may see him come through. Okay, I think he's resting and he has not stretched yet. So we're just letting him be. We'll move forward with our last book, Groovy Joe, Ice Cream Dinosaurs. And this is a fun one. Let's check this one out. Groovy Joe, Ice Cream and Dinosaurs. And this book is by Eric Litwin. Groovy Joe, Ice Cream Dinosaurs. And remember, make sure you get jotting these books down for summer reading. fultoncounty.beanstack.org. Groovy Joe saw something yummy. Groovy Joe started rubbing his tummy. Look at that truck right there. What does that say? Haagen Dazs ice cream. Wow, that'll make me rub my tummy too. Sounds delicious. Groovy Joe was living the dream. He had a spoon and a tub of ice cream. He started to sing. Look how happy Groovy Joe looks. He started to sing. Love my doggy ice cream. Love my doggy ice cream. Oh no! A little dinosaur stalked into the room. He glared at the ice cream and took out, what do you think he took out? A spoon. He took out a spoon. Well, he put on a bib and pulled up a chair. And what do you think Groovy Joe said to his friend? It's awesome to share. And everyone sang together. And you too, sing it with me. Love my doggy ice cream. Love my doggy ice cream. Oh no, a big dinosaur burst into the room. He glared at the ice cream and took out, what do you think he took out? A spoon. He put on a bib, he pulled up a chair, and what did Joe say? It's awesome to share. And everyone, even you, began to sing, love my doggy ice cream, love my doggy ice cream. Oh no, a huge dinosaur smashed into the room. She glared at the ice cream and took out a spoon. She put on a bib, she pulled up a chair, and what do you think Groovy Joe said? It's awesome to share. And everybody, including you, began to sing. Let's get it. Love my doggy ice cream. Love my doggy ice cream. Oh no. The tub was empty. The ice cream was through. So the dinosaurs glared at you know who. What can Joe do? They said they glared at Joe. What do you think glared means? Very good. Look, that's just another word for look. They looked at Joe and said, what can Joe do? He turned over the tub and made it a drum. Groovy Joe beat out a rum-tum-a-tum. The dinosaurs, they laughed and they rose from their chairs and they started to dance. They jumped in the air. Then what did they say? It's awesome to share. And everyone, including you, including me, began to sing, love my doggy ice cream. Love my doggy ice cream. I hope you enjoyed that one. This is a fun book. That's why I read this one last. Groovy Joe, Ice Cream and Dinosaurs. And the author of this book is Eric Litwin. Now, we know each time we see each other and we have Let's Move in Libraries, story time and movement, you know we have to move. Again, all of the books we read is about movement. Groovy Joe and the dinosaur, Ice Cream and Dinosaurs. Stretch. Right here with our little doggy was stretching and bounce. So you know what it's time for us to do. That's right. Let's stand it up. Let's stretch it out. Let's get ready to bounce, okay? So go ahead, parents, you too. You all find a little space, a little room on the floor, so you all can join in with me as we bounce and stretch. Real quick, we just want to stretch and get our day started good. And again, happy Monday, and I'm glad you're here with us. Let's stretch. Stretch it out. Very good. Stretch your hands high to the sky. Let's reach it up. One single, stretch it up. And 2, 3, 4, stretch. Yes. Side to side and stretch. Yes. 2, 3, 4. Stretch it wide. Very good. Hold it here. Let's make some big arm circles. Slow, so we can stretch like they did in the book. Let's bring it forward, around, very good. Let's march. Oh yeah, bounce, side to side and bounce, and bounce. March in place and march. Let's take a deep breath and stretch those lungs. Blow it out. Again, stretch it up. Blow it out. Very good. I thank you for joining us for our story time. Let's Move in Libraries, story time and movement. My name is Michelle Bennett Copeland. And we have Streaming Storytime, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Please make sure you participate with our summer reading program. Imagine your story. Log your books in that we're reading. Everything we do on Streaming Storytime, we're reading together. So you can write those books down. If you didn't get a chance to write them down, just go back on our Facebook page. Everything is listed right there. And tune in tomorrow, 11 o'clock. And also, look at our virtual programs that we have. We have many. Kitchen Chemistry, DIY Wednesdays, Adult Book Break on Thursdays, and of course, Streaming Storytime, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. We have our different hosts of librarians that will engage with you, and I hope that you love us all. And guess what? We are opening our curbside services beginning Wednesday. So please tune into our website and see what to do in order to put your books on hold and just come by and give us a visit. Again, we're providing curbside services beginning Wednesday, July 1st. We miss you. We hope you miss us. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow and continue even after we reopen for curbside services because we are doing everything socially distant right now until we get back into our normal spaces. We will still want you to continue to point and click on our virtual programming. Thank you again for joining us. And again, have a great Monday. Happy Monday. Have a good day.